Hello everybody, welcome back to Cold War, the Iron Curtain here for Hearts of Iron for a re-looking, if you could, say. First off, before we even start anything, this is already probably the best mod ever made in the history of ever, and it's because of the blue for the United States of America. Look at that blue! That is such a beautiful blue. I have never seen a more crisp, beautiful blue. But yeah, let's get back into the actual mod spotlight kind of deal, shall we? So I did a mod spotlight on this and a series on this way long ago on the channel, but it's gotten so many new updates. It's kind of like a really just different mod. The last time we played, I played it as China. I apologize. Words are hard today. I don't know why words are so hard. But I played as the People's Republic of China last time. We took over basically China, Tibet. I think we took over India. And I think we pushed in kind of like over a year-ish until like I was like, alright, that's about it. I think China's good. I was thinking of either if I was going to do a series on this playing as the United States of America. Because you guys miss the United States for some reason. You guys want me to always play as the United States of America. You want me to just give freedom to the whole world. Like modern day. You guys want me to do another series for modern day as the United States. I think I've done 2. Right? Have I done? Yeah, I've done 2 separate United States modern days. I mean, I could do another one if you guys want me to, but back to here. I was either going to do the United States or possibly North or South Korea. Both seem very interesting, especially in this time period. Didn't know that we actually have some troops over in Japan. That's fantastic. Are they a puppet of ours? They are a... what would you call that? A major non-NATO ally. Cool. I don't know why they're called that, but that seems lit. I think that's kind of like an indirect way of saying you're a puppet of mine. But if you were a puppet, I would think it would be like how the Soviets have their puppets. You would be blue instead of the color that you are. So I don't think you're a puppet. But yeah, we're going to be looking at it today as the United States of America, because the United States is one of the ones that got a huge look into and basically revamped them. So, we're looking at the United States. Number 1, because they look amazing. Number 2, because they probably have some really cool stuff in here. But again, you can also play as the Soviet Union. So, if you guys don't know what this is, and you don't know a lot about the Cold War, basically right after World War II, the Soviet Union decided that, they wanted to be the big man in the world stage. They wanted to just be the biggest nation ever. So, what they did was they grabbed a lot of the territory that they took over in World War II and basically made it into satellite Soviet puppets kind of deal. So that's why if we look in the factions here, the common form, is that what they were called? Are you sure? I swear it was called the Warsaw Pact, but the common form. Look that up. I don't know much about that. So if you guys know about the common form, or if you guys can find some links to something about the common form, please do let me know. I have no idea if that's just a mistype or, something else. But I remember in the base, like way back, it used to be called the Warsaw Pact. So I don't know. But, oh god, I love that blue. Oh, that blue is so nice. But yeah, so we got NATO here. America basically... America, Britain, France, a lot of the major nations came together and made NATO as a counteract for, I'm going to call it the Warsaw Pact. I'm not going to call it the common form. I don't know what it is just yet, so I don't want to use the name and misinterpret it. So I'm going to say the Warsaw Pact since I kind of know the most about that. So basically America and the rest of the major nations came together and made NATO to counteract the Warsaw Pact, and that's why you see that the Warsaw Pact is, it's kind of fucking massive. It's kind of huge. It's just on a grand scale of what it is in Europe and into Russia. It's huge. It's just ginormous. Granted, though, Alaska is like the size of Europe by itself, so I mean, take what you really want to know as huge. Of course, the People's Republic of China, one of the biggest communist nations out there right now, not a part of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, the USSR. And so is North Korea. They're not a part of it either. They are independent. Both have the ability to choose where they wish to go. I've never in my time, seen the People's Republic of China go to the Warsaw Pact. I haven't seen that yet. I did it when I was playing as, you know, the People's Republic of China, but as far as the AI, I've never seen that happen. And as far as the AI, I think sometimes it's kind of iffy for me. Sometimes I see North Korea go with the Soviets, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I see them go with China, and sometimes I see them go on their own. So North Korea is just a weird little country. Don't know what it is about them, but they're just a weird type of people. Let's continue, shall we? So the first thing we're gonna look into before research is the national focus tree. So as the United States of America, beautiful, gigantic country that you are, you get to choose a whole ton of different things. Being the leader of NATO makes sense. The first thing is the Chinese Civil War. You guys start to talk about the Chinese Civil War as though it's actually a problem, which makes sense. You can aid the Republic of China by giving them, you know, 3,000 infantry equipment and 500 fighters. You can cut off the Republic of China and just say, fuck it, we are not dealing with it. We're not going to go deal with that. Not happening. Or you can restart Marshall Mission. The focus currently has no effect. So I don't know what that is. You can try to press for peace. Also, it doesn't have any effect. And you can push for the Yangtze. The Yangtze? Is that how you say it? I could be wrong. It looked like it was going to be easy to say. Apparently not. But that has no effect either. I think those are going to be added. But that's kind of a... You can either aid them militarily or try to press them to have a peace and be like, calm the fuck down. Or you can cut them off and be like, no, we don't really care. And you can recognize the People's Republic of China. Start to kind of, if you know that the People's Republic of China is going to win and you really don't want to try to help the Republic of China, you can kind of just be like, you know, we get it. You guys are going to become a thing. And we should probably work to, you know, get better relations with you at the start. And then you could do an anti-Soviet alliance, which opinions of the People's Republic of China go down by -50. And decreases in opinion. The People's Republic of China decreases opinion of the Union of the USSR, basically. So the USSR and the People's Republic of China start to hate each other, which is actually great because that's something you kind of need to do. I mean, if you think about it, if you let the People's Republic of China just go, just do whatever the heck they want. Let's say they take over the Republic of China. They have nothing else better to do. They join up with the USSR. You're royally fucked. There's no way that you're ever going to be able to win that. So that's kind of why you could do that. And it's kind of, you're never allowing them to get that click. You're never allowing Papa Stalin and Papa Mao to really link up and become one. Who would be the daddy in that situation? I think it would be Stalin. He has a great mustache. Just saying. I think if I were to do it, though, I would probably try to aid them. You can intervene, which means you get a puppet focus on the People's Republic of China. So, you could inadvertently go to war with them. Or actually, directly. You can go to war with the People's Republic of China, possibly get an alliance with the Republic of China, since you'll then be at war with them. And you'll be able to enter their territory, destroy them. North Korea basically has nothing to do by that point, except possibly join the USSR. So I think that's kind of the smartest plan of action, but then again, that's just me. So let's continue. So that's the whole Chinese bit. Over here you get Korea. Now that's another big thing. Now the Korean War really hasn't sparked yet. That's not a thing that's happened, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's still 1949. Not something too bad. So you can militarize South Korea, which sends 5,000 infantry equipment to the Republic of Korea, sends 1,000 fighters, and gives them 20,000 manpower, which is pretty decent. I mean, that's pretty good. You can invest in the South Korean economy. You can defend the South Korean border, which adds some forts. And you can have a preemptive strike on North Korea, which gives you a puppet focus on the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, which is awesome. I don't know why I was able to say that so quickly, but nothing else. I don't get it. Or you could pull out of South Korea and be like, we're done. We're not going to fight this. You can return the boys home, which gains the national spirit. Consolidated military, which grants recruitable population -1%, which sucks. You can further deployment to Europe, so it's mutually exclusive with return our boys home. or you can send them out to Europe instead, which actually gains you a recruitable population by 1%, which is pretty good. So you can consolidate the army over here, again negative by another percent, return to domestic defense policy, which I mean gains you a lot if you get attacked on your own soil, but it doesn't help you if you're attacking somebody else. So I really wouldn't go down this bit, but I don't know, I'd probably go down this bit honestly. Or you can just push for here, so you can establish the U.S. European Command, which gives you army experience of 50. Mobilize against the USSR, which grants the national spirit of Korean War draft, which grants recruitable population by 5%. Korean War draft, which gains you another 5%. I don't know if that'll actually gain you 10% in total, because it looks like it gives you the same thing, so I would guess that it wouldn't. And then you have the MacArthur question, which is lit. That doesn't have any effect at the moment, so I don't know exactly what that does. So hopefully we'll figure that out. You can do stuff with the Air Force. You have the Marshall Plan here, which is building the United Kingdom, France, Luxembourg, and 42 others. Greater London area builds 2 building slots and adds 2 civilian factories to that and sort of thing. It's kind of just to try to get you guys going factory wise, and it looks like here's where you do your navy. Not exactly written in for some of them, but very cool nonetheless. American Commandos, this is where you just work on your special forces units, which is very cool indeed. And then you have foreign affairs, where now you start to get into everywhere else that's not really too big on the scale. This is kind of like you're not really needed just yet, but it would be nice to start. You can invite Greece into NATO with that. You can get some Israeli advisors, which is awesome. You can arm Israel. You can either go to support the Arabs or support Israel. I'll probably go down support Israel, but that's just me. You can end colonization, call for decolonization, which is also very cool. You can recognize the Iranian government or fund the Shia radicals, which is very cool. You can have the Iranian Civil War, which is awesome. Latin American operations, there we go. Yeah, there's just a whole ton. MacArthur's presidency, no national focus, prerequisites of President MacArthur. So apparently you can have a President MacArthur. I would think that you would be able to have that choice in 1952 when the next election comes into play. Or, and then here's a fair society, which is very cool. You can assassinate Truman, which is terrifying. Don't know why you would want to do that, but you could. You also have compromise with Congress about the bully pulpit. Political power plus 120 gains the national unity of 10%. That would be needed, especially for the United States right now being 60%. The bully pulpit, mutually exclusive of compromise with Congress. You actually get docked a little bit, you know, political power and national unity, so that kind of sucks. Expand Social Security. Requires one of the following. Very cool indeed. Repeal the Taft-Hartley. Okay. Crackdown on strikes gives you more political power. I feel like you would just want to go down this way. I feel like it just helps. McCarran International Security Act. Daily communism support goes down, which is awesome. The Housing Act. Very cool. Reaction to McCarthyism. Very cool indeed. So you can do that and condemn them as insane drunk. Oh, condemn McCarthy as an insane drunk and discredit Eisenhower. Or you can join the anti-communist movement and purge state departments. So very cool. You have Taft's presidency here, Eisenhower's presidency here. So it looks like they give you each different president's own way of doing things, which is very cool. I really hope MacArthur isn't a fucking fascist. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what's happening. Oh, jeez. So, but that doesn't make any sense, though, because they're the fascist party. It's a William D. Belly. And then you also have different things of communism. So here in the USSR, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. I can't say the damn thing. You have Marxism-Leninism, basically. That's the Soviet Union's version of communism. Then you can come over here to Mao, and you have Maoism, because that's a different type of communism to the Soviets. Now that automatically might give them a little bit of like struggle to try to make an alliance with one another. So as the Americans, you got a pretty decent shot, honestly. So that's the national focus tree for the United States of America. Let's go ahead and go into research. Now research is going to be crazy. Now I'm already here in space, might as well talk about it. So of course here you have 2 new buttons, very cool, very fantastic indeed, or tabs I guess you could call them. This is basically the space race for the Cold War. That was a huge thing during the Cold War, was the space race, and I'm really excited that that's implemented here into the Cold War, so that's awesome. I think me and Rated GT might play this mod. We played it way back when it was still early. And a lot of things have been added to it. Rated GT will be back very soon, by the way. Just wanted to let all of you know that, you know, a little bird has been flying around saying that Rated GT is coming back very soon, so be ready for that. Hopefully you all enjoy it. But yes, whole tons of different things to do with the space race. Manned Martian landings and stuff like that. You can even go futuristic in this, you know, in this whole mod. So that's awesome. It's very, very cool. American lunar colonization, where you can colonize the moon if you get far enough. I doubt that a lot of these are going to take a while to research. Like this is, of course, 90 days. This is 1,000. So yeah, it's going to take a fairly long time. Yeah, 2,600 days. Awesome. So there's a lot of replayability here, which is awesome. You can see that I'm starting to get a little agitated that I'm saying words wrong. Makes me annoyed. But very cool indeed. I love it. Love it a lot. And it goes down for quite a while, and it goes over for quite a while. I mean, this is 2,000 days, 2,400 days. Like, oh, gosh. Then you have society. So society actually plays a role in this mod, which is very cool. So agricultural research, so that way you can get food to your people a lot faster, which would be nice. Each one of these gives you a monthly population of 10%. Each one of them. That's fantastic. So that's 60% more population than what you have right now just by doing these. And they only take 90 days. That's so good. So good. Then you have open society, which daily communism support goes down, daily democracy support goes up. Now I wonder how that would do with here, because that's democratic, that's conservatism. So I wonder if you would want the Republican Party to be in, would you want to do that in the research? Would you want to do this one? I don't know. No idea. Then you can go down here, daily political power gain, and then you can continue going up, proficiency up by 10%, factory output, you know, a lot of things like that, and you have civil rights, which is fantastic. Love that. Or you could have a closed society, complete opposite. You could try to build up, you know, fascism and communism supports type of deal. So very cool stuff indeed. So you can try to build up a fascist state if you want to. That's an indirect way to try to help you to do that. And then here, nationalism, justify work all time, negative 25%, which is fantastic. Oh my gosh. National pride, which gives you factory output and factory repair speed, which is very good. Army enthusiasm, training time, negative 20%, and army experience daily, 0.10, very good. And kind of similar things with both army, air, and navy. Very cool stuff indeed. And then you have militarism or pacifism. Pacifism, right? I think so. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I don't know. So I would probably choose militarism, though, for me. I mean, just because America. But, yeah, very, very cool. Love that stuff indeed. Another huge thing is the infantry tab. Holy Lord, have I ever seen more things to research. The only other mod that I probably seen more stuff here and in, like, all of these screens is probably Black Guys. This thing is massive. This thing is huge. Huge. My gosh. But you have the M2, you have the M1 Carbine, M1 Grand. Of course, that's all been researched already. The M3, you can have the M14, which is very cool to move into the M16. The M16 comes around Vietnam, so that's why it takes so long to research. And then you can keep going into the M16A1, M16A2, and then you can flip over to the M4 carbine and then the M16A4. So fantastic stuff, and you can go in all the way up to, that looks like about a UMP kind of style gun. Don't know what that is. That looks like a P90, pretty sure. An AK-74, I would have to guess, maybe because of the stock. No, not exactly sure though. And then we can move in, and that's light infantry equipment, and then you have anti-tank weapons and things like that, which will move into rocket launchers and stuff like that, into mortars, into all sorts of different mumbo-jumbos. You have miniguns, which is lit. That's awesome. And then you have mortars and stuff like that, which is very, very cool. And then you have night vision and all that sort of mumbo-jumbo. And then you move into sport battalions. That's always the same thing. That never changes. Armor and motorized units. This is completely changed. Now, I don't know why, but they separated these tanks from these tanks. Now, I think these are kind of like support tanks. I don't think these are actual tanks. They could be. But some of these do look like they're more support rather than anything else. But they do have some tanks here, and then they have the majority of tanks over here. So they have super heavy tanks, main battle tanks. Oh, these are the light tanks. Got it. Main battle tanks, heavy tanks. Mechanized, which has all your cargoes, or cargo trucks and stuff like that. Very cool indeed. Some of them don't have pictures. Again, I do apologize if that's not really your thing, but that's going to happen for a while. It's still early access, and you have super heavy tanks, which is awesome. Oh gosh, it's going to be so cool. Artillery really never changes. There are a few picture changes and things like that, but really artillery just never changes at all. Land doctrines, again, never really changes at all unless you add a whole nother one. There's usually never a change. Naval, never really ever a change in naval. I mean, really, nobody really cares. I mean, I care about the Navy, but that's often like low priority as far as research. And then doctrines, nothing changes. Planes, though, lot to change. Huge amount here. Most of them don't have pictures, but they do all have certain things that they have going for them. So very, very cool. A lot of research time involved. I mean, you're going to be playing this thing up into like the 2000s if it allows you to. So that's the thing. So they got helicopters as well. Very cool indeed. Trying to see. There they are. Where the hell is it? We made the Black Hawk around. There's the Nighthawk, the Lancer, Eagle, Raptor. I swear to God we made the Black Hawk around Vietnam. I swear we did. The Banshee, Flying Fortress, Super Fortress. I don't know. Maybe it's probably just freaking somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. I can almost guarantee that's what's happening. I'll have to find it at some point. I'll probably find out on my own time. There's the air doctrines. Again, nothing really too different. I mean, that's always still the same. Engineering, nothing really too different, except for like improved nuclear reactors right here. That's something different. But besides that, nothing really too different. I wish that America started with nuclear capabilities, since that's the thing that actually happened. That's why World War II ended with us in Japan, because we dropped 2 bombs on them. So I would wish that we would have nuclear capabilities at the moment. And then construction, really nothing changes on that either. And society and space are the same as what I told you earlier. So that is basically an updated mod spotlight on the mod. If you guys do want to see a series of this, I'm thinking if we do a series on this mod, I do want to play as the United States of America, since I don't think I've actually ever played the United States in this mod ever. I played as China, of course, as you all know. I did play North Korea on my downtime a little bit. I took over South Korea and was getting ready to take over like Taiwan or the Philippines. But besides that, was fun time. Love it a lot. It's really easy to fight this war. I don't know if they've had an update since then, but that was a lot easier than I thought. I don't think the U.S. got to the point where they were going to help them before I just charged in, so that was pretty simple. Also, Soviet Union owns that little bitty strip right there. If you didn't know, Soviet Union right there. Very cool. Besides that, yeah, this is gonna be fun. The Vietnam War also happens. That's also a thing that goes down. I don't know if by chance if they're just gonna win this war and take the entirety Usually what happens is they wipe peace and they just get stuck on the line. But this is the communist side, and then of course the democratic side. Kind of. You're a monarchianism, I think. So kind of. Almost there. But yeah, if you do want to see a series on this, please let me know down in the comments section below, and by liking the video tells me you want me to continue doing a series such as this. Put down your countries, put down what you like about the mod, put down basically anything you want. I want to know your feedback of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, Glenn Games signing off as always. Take care, everyone.